Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another weather forecast here by Adrian's Weather Forecast, and this is going to be another update on the major winter storm that's going to bring in a ton of issues and harsh conditions out there into the Midwest, Ozarks, potentially all the way to the Ohio Valley. So we're definitely going to have to start looking at that, as it is actually bringing snow right now through areas in Nebraska, northwestern Kansas, South Dakota, and very soon as we get overnight into the Ozarks and Midwest. So again, we have a lot to talk about in this winter storm, and I might even post another video except for this severe weather out here into the South Central and Southwest if I have time. But if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, guys. Really means a lot when you guys support my channel. Also, be sure to share the channel and help my channel grow by sharing it with any friends or family, especially if they are in the way of this system. But without further ado, let's get this video. Again, so we have major new updates on the model runs. We're going to be looking at the NAN3CAM models and very detailed radars. We're going to be looking at also detailed snowfall totals just so you guys get all the information you need. Again, it's going to be affecting millions, and we actually now have windstorm warnings in effect throughout the plains, and we actually also have out there, we also do have winter weather advisories and winter storm watches in effect. And then we also have a major winter storm out there into the Pacific Northwest. We'll be connecting with this, so it's going to make it even a lot bigger as well. But again, here we're starting off with the National Weather Service. Again, here we have these advisories and warnings out here into the central plains of the United States. Again, we do have it mainly stretching out eastward as far east as the far western counties of Illinois. Again, that's going to be mainly out there near potentially just outside of Rapid City, much of South Central South Dakota. We also do have Lincoln and Omaha, Nebraska near there. We also have, again, the northwestern parts of Kansas out there near, let's see actually what areas we actually have under the northwestern Kansas area. Is actually wait for it to load. So again, we have the areas near Scott City. We have Goodland, Colby, Oberlin, and Hill City out there into the far northwestern cities out there in Kansas. And then we have Cheyenne Wells, Ray, and Flagler out there into the eastern Colorado area. And then the windstorm warnings, we do have areas in much of western Nebraska here. We have the North Platte area. We have Valentine, Rushville. We have Grant, Stockville, Broken Bow, and Brewster out there into the western areas of Nebraska. And then again, like I said, we do have those areas into the like I said, Rapid City now been extended into the windstorm warnings now, Custer, Edgemont, and Hot Springs. So that's basically the National Weather Service. So now we're going to be looking at the general European radar. Again, it's what we're basically seeing happening as we are talking right now. And again, we're starting to see the snow just entering the Nebraska area. It's going to get a lot more widespread within the next 6 hours. Again, could be quite heavy, especially out there in the far southwestern part of the state. And then we are possibly seeing maybe some snow coming down to Denver and Colorado Springs, which was actually not expected. And then Cheyenne Wells, and then seeing the potential blizzard conditions out there into the Utah mountains there in the Rockies. So that is something we need to worry about as well, if there could be possibly maybe even avalanches. And then as we get into tomorrow morning here, we're going to see a major amount of snowfall here into South Dakota, Nebraska. That's where we'll be seeing really heavy snow. Going to start affecting areas near I-20. Also going to be affecting areas, especially if you're on a route to out there near North Platte to Rapid City, or from Rapid City to Michelle, or even Sioux Falls. Again, see some really heavy snow as near Valentine as well. Seeing the snow potentially getting a lot more widespread in Wyoming. It was not expected to have snow in Wyoming, but now almost half the state will be getting snow, which is actually quite a change. Again, that's me for Cheyenne, Casper, Wyoming. And then again, start seeing that snow arriving out there into Sioux Falls, and then the far western areas of the far western counties of Iowa by early Saturday morning. And then by tomorrow afternoon, we'll start seeing the snow becoming a lot more widespread into the Midwest, seeing some very heavy snow for northern Missouri, very heavy snow for Iowa as well. Going to be incredibly heavy out there near the southwestern Iowa, seeing potentially blizzard conditions and maybe even some ice, freezing rain out there near Omaha and Lincoln, Nebraska, North Platte. The snow will start to calm down a little bit, but it's still going to be very heavy at times. But again, it's start coming down just a tad, and then seeing that snow all the way now stretching to southwestern North Dakota, and that's where we have this major northwestern storm that I hope I can talk about after this winter storm here. But again, it's also going to be a really big rainmaker. So if you guys are wanting some, if you guys didn't get school or aren't having school next week, you're probably wanting some sun. But again, it's going to be on and off, especially Sunday. It's going to start bringing some snow. And again, some rain. By later Sunday morning, the snow will be moving all the way to Chicago into the Midwest, bringing some snow near Toledo. Again, it's going to be very light and very actually short lasting. And then it'll bring the snow all the way to Pittsburgh and Youngstown, and it'll be all over. So that's basically what we're seeing there. And then as we now get to 3 hours, again, it's going to be becoming very widespread into the Nebraska area, possibly seeing some blizzard conditions and maybe some snow starting to fall down near Cheyenne. Again, we have a huge cluster of snow out there into the far northwestern Colorado area, and then as it gets into Wyoming. And again, it's going to be quite heavy. That cluster for south central Wyoming, that's actually going to move north into Casper. But in the next 7 hours, it'll start moving down to Rapid City, down in southwestern South Dakota, bringing that snow out there into central Nebraska. And then that snow starts to be pushing in a little bit, really light snow showers into the far southeastern Montana areas. And again, it's going to start moving to Iowa, start seeing, again, the snow hanging out there near the central and southern parts of Wyoming. And again, we'll be seeing possibly blizzard conditions moving towards North Platte, and very heavy snow out there near Valentine and just much of central Nebraska, really. As we now get the next 16 hours, this is where it's going to get quite really, really wild. Blizzard conditions are expected on the borders of Nebraska, Iowa, South Dakota, and southwestern Minnesota. Again, really, Minnesota's not going to really see that much. It's actually going to just avoid, as you can tell, it's really going to start avoiding the going there. Start seeing the next 19 hours of blizzard conditions moving to Iowa City, far northern Missouri, starting to kind of scatter off a little bit and taper off into the Nebraska areas, continuing to bring in snow though in those areas. So now it's actually moved now instead in the Midwest. Let's see if we can get out there into the Mid-Atlantic. And again, in the next 24 hours, this is where we're definitely having a major update. If I can have one tomorrow afternoon. Start seeing again a really heavy amount of snowfall near central Indiana and north central, and also the far western parts of Ohio. This is not going to be light snow again. This is the color of light snow, this little small shade. But look at this dark blue. That's all the way over here. That's incredibly heavy snow. That's going to bring in very heavy snow for Rockford, Illinois. Aurora could bring some snow for a couple hours in Chicago, but it really won't last long. And then again, like I said, Chicago's really going to lighten up really quickly, but that won't be the case. That won't be the case for areas near South Bend. Won't be the case for Gary. Won't be the case for maybe Yellowwood near Pittsburgh. Can be seeing blizzard conditions within the next 30 hours. And then even by the next 35 hours, we're seeing some snow for State College, Scranton. Who would have thought we'll be seeing snow already in these areas? Maybe even bringing some snow very close to maybe New York City, Newark, Livingston, Long Island. So maybe we could have a last little breath of winter to come to the northeast. And actually now this thing just reloaded. Actually it's 5:36. It shouldn't just reload right now. I guess because the time changed. But again, next 6 hours we are seeing the snow out there moving to Nebraska. Again, really unorganized out here into the four corner states. And then the next 12 hours, it's going to, again, become a bit more widespread here. But we'll come back to this once it starts to reload. And now let's get to the NAM3KM model, which we can use right now. Again, next 6 hours, it can become a bit more widespread to Nebraska, seeing this really big band, seeing the potential sleet out there. Not necessarily freezing rain. It'll be the best freezing rain throw will actually be out there into northern New Mexico. But in the next 12 hours here, this is when things start to turn around, as you can say that. Again, very, very heavy snow throughout southern Nebraska and far northern Kansas. There could be seeing again, really more of a sleet threat. But again, in the center of the sleet, we could be seeing some potential freezing rain. And then again, seeing that very heavy snow near Rapid City, moving towards central South Dakota out there. And then start seeing the snow the next 24 hours. things will become a lot different there. It's going to bring blizzard conditions out here into the western Ohio area, really whiteout conditions throughout areas near the Gary area. Could be seeing South Bend and out there near Fort Wayne and Bern, Indiana. And then we'll also be seeing some potential sleet again for Indianapolis, and actually Indianapolis will be coming snow and then freezing rain, and again going to go on and off again. And then in the next 30 hours, it's going to be continuing to move out there into the mid-Atlantic here. We can actually look at it. So it's actually a very good chance we can possibly see some snow flurries out there into the New York City area, possibly some snow for Philadelphia. So again, y'all are saying winter's over, and yes, it's true that winter's over. But again, we are still going to be seeing some snow moving in these areas. It actually takes snowfall totals though. So again, it's going to be crossing all of these areas. So again, it's going to be a really big snowmaker, as you guys can see. Again, could be seeing scattered areas near Dodge City to see possibly up to maybe 9 inches of snowfall, which is crazy. Could be seeing 1 to 2 inches for Kansas City near the snowfall totals are increasing for Omaha and Lincoln, up to 4 to 5 inches near a lot to come throughout central Nebraska and western Nebraska is a good 4 to 6 inches of snowfall. We saw good snowfall already fall down, but we have not really seen all of it come down near the Rapid City area. That's where we'll be seeing possibly 14 to 18 inches of snowfall, the most out of this whole system here. Could be seeing really less than an inch for Chicago, 2 inches maximum really. But near the north central part of the state, that's where we can be seeing up to 5 to 11 inches of snowfall, especially right here. And then near the Des Moines area, that's where you can be seeing up to maybe 7 to 9 inches of snowfall. But if you're just outside the suburbs, you can be seeing 4 to 5 inches. Near the Waterloo area in Davenport, we can be seeing 3 to 5 inches of snowfall. If you're near Indianapolis, you're actually going to be seeing up to 3 inches of snowfall. But just north of Indianapolis, near Fort Wayne, Bern, Indiana, and that's for central Indiana, we can be seeing possibly 5 to scattered areas to 7 inches. And then that has to do the same thing with western Ohio. Going to be seeing maybe 2 to 3 inches near Youngstown, Ohio. A trace for Cincinnati. Columbus could be seeing 4 inches maximum. And then time for the northeast here. That's where we'll be seeing, again, not so much really anything really snowfall total wise, except really far eastern Pennsylvania. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and bye guys.